Hello friends, so this is the third video of our FortiGate Firewall video series, and in this video I will show you a setup of a simple company network, and we are going to configure VLANs on our FortiGate Firewall, and then we will configure VLANs on our Cisco switches, and then I'm going to show you how to configure the inter-VLAN routing on the FortiGate, and then let's see the connection between VLANs and also connection between LAN to WAN from local PC to the internet. Okay, so let's start the video. This is the topology I have created, and here you can see we have a core switch connected to the port 3 of the FortiGate firewall, and core switch is connecting to two access switches, and access switch 1 and access switch 2, and it is connecting via Ethernet 2 from core switch and Ethernet 2 from access switch, and for this end Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 1 from both ends, and here access switches are connecting to the PCs, and I get this as the VLAN 10 and this as the VLAN 20, and this will be the IP range 10.10.10.0/24, and VLAN 20 will be 10.10.20.0/24, and I just named as this as IT department and this as sales department for as an example. And let's go into the configuration of FortiGate firewall, and let's start these nodes first, and they are starting now. Okay, so all nodes started. Then let's go to and log into our FortiGate, and in the previous video I have already showed you how to configure the FortiGate and all the setup here, configuring these ports, and also please go and watch that video if you don't know how to configure FortiGate to access from GUI and connect to internet. Okay, so we just logged in, and first let's go to network and interfaces, and here you can see in the topology I have connected the port 2 to our as our management cloud 0 interface, right? Port 2, but here you can see port 1 is configured as our management IP, right? So I have mentioned the reason for that in my previous video. I will mention it again because this management port is actually the port 1 in EVNG. So it in EVNG terms, if we connect to this to port 1, that means management port, this port, right? But in EVNG, port 2 means in FortiGate it's actually port 1. So that thing we have to be aware of, and so that's why I configured port 1. Okay, so now you can see in the topology port 3 in EVNG, and which means port 2 in FortiGate is connected to LAN side, right? This is the LAN side. So when we configure VLANs, so we should configure VLANs on this port, which is port 2, right? But the thing is, when we configure VLAN, we create them as sub interfaces. So I will now show how to create sub interfaces on port 2. So go to create now and go to interfaces, and there you can see the type as VLAN, right? Select type as VLAN, and let's create a VLAN 10. Let's name it as VLAN 10, and interface should be port 2 and VLAN ID 10 this stays as LAN, and the net mask 10.10.10.1/24, and let's enable. We don't have to enable these because we are just ping them, and but let's enable them as well, and make sure to enable DHCP, right? And here you can see this will be the IP pool that the devices connected to VLAN 10 will be getting, right? Okay, then okay, so we can see VLAN 10 has created. Let's create VLAN 20 as well. VLAN 20 interface port 2, VLAN ID will be 20, and IP 10.20.1/24, and let's enable these, and let's enable DHCP server as well. Okay, so we just created VLANs, right? And now then go to our core switch, and let's configure these 3 ports, right? Okay, then let's configure our switch. Let's double click, and it will open up the telnet or putty. Okay, it's started, and let's go to enable mode, and now see the topology. We should configure port 0/0 and 0/1 and 0/2, and let's first create our VLANs here. VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Okay, we just created our VLANs, and now let's configure port 0/0. And make sure to configure 0/0 port, which brings the traffic from both VLANs as a trunk, right? Okay, we just finished configuring the 0/0 port. Then let's configure this port. Okay, then let's configure the 0/1 port. And here allowed VLAN is 20, right? Okay, so we configured all 3 ports. So if I summarize, this port will be trunk port, which allowing VLAN 10 and 20 both, and this port will be trunk port, which is allowing VLAN 10, and this will be another trunk port that will be allowing VLAN 20. Okay, now let's configure these access switches. Oh my god. Okay, I just started both the switches here, and I will first configure this access switch 1, and it is connected port 2 to the core switch and port 0 to the PC end. So let's upgrade our VLAN first. This is VLAN 10, right? And okay, then let's configure port 2 first. Allowed VLAN will be 10. Okay, then now configure this port 0/0 on access switch 1, and make sure to configure that as a access switch. 0/0 switch port mod access. Okay, so we are done with configuring access switch 1. Then now let's go to access switch 2, same as that, and only the VLAN will be different. Let's create a VLAN. Okay, then now configure, then let's configure 0/0, which is access switch, access port. Okay, we are done with configurations. Now let's see what are the configurations on all these switches, right? Okay, now let's okay, now you can see all the configurations, right? Make sure this should be your configuration when you are doing this. Okay, so we saved our configurations to the running config and startup config. Okay, so now we can check whether these PCs are getting the correct IPs from the in their correct VLANs. Now let's start this and also this. Okay, Okay, so this is PC3 and which is PC4. Okay, and let's enable DHCP first from both sides. So it will be getting an IP from DHCP server that we created, which is the FortiGate. And yeah, you can see this PC got IP of 10.10.10.2/24 and gateway is this as we configured on FortiGate, and this also got the correct IP address range from the VLAN 20, right, from 20.20.2. And now still these PCs won't able to connect to internet, or these PCs won't able to communicate with this. If we check this 10.20.2, let's ping to this PC from this PC, right? And here you can see it is not reachable. Why? Because we haven't configured inter-VLAN routing, and also we haven't configured the FortiGate to connect a route to connect to the internet, right? So because of that, this won't be able to uh, uh, reach successfully. So now let's configure that on our FortiGate, then we can check the connectivity. I have now logged into the FortiGate Firewall, and now let's create a firewall policy to enable routing the packets to between VLANs, which is the inter-VLAN routing. Now let's go to create new, and there we can name it as VLAN 10 to 20. Okay, this name can be customized from like IT department to sales, as in our topology. You can name it as you want. And here incoming interface will be VLAN 10 and outgoing interface will be VLAN 20, and source we can uh, uh, select as all, right, and destination will be all, services will be all. And here make sure to disable NAT. Okay, make sure to disable NAT because we don't need NAT here, right? I mean, we can use NAT, but we don't need to change our IPs, right? So here we have created a firewall policy to enable from VLAN 10 to 20, right? But still from VLAN 20 PC you cannot communicate with VLAN 10, which is sales PC can't communicate with IT IT department's PC, but IT department can. Um, let's see if it is the case. Okay, so this is the IT department's PC. This is the sales PC. So now I will ping. You can see IT department PC is reachable. PC can reach this PC. But here, if we uh, try to ping the IT department PC, which got 10 dot this IP, yeah, still it cannot reach because firewall is blocking. So to enable that, we have to create a new role. Let's name it as VLAN 20 to 10, and here incoming will be VLAN 20, outgoing will be VLAN 10, source will be all, destination will be all, services will be all, and we disable NAT. And yeah, now we are good. And now let's see. Now let's see this can reach or not. Yeah, now you can see it is reachable. Now both PCs can communicate with each other. Okay, so, but none of the PCs will able to ping Google, right? Because there's no policy for that as well, right? 8.8.8. Yeah, it is not reachable. Okay, now let's configure that on our FortiGate. And here let's create a new rule and name this as VLAN 10 to Internet. Incoming will be 10 and here outgoing will be port 1, right? Yes, source will be all, source here will be all, services will be all. Okay, and NAT will be enabled because we are trying to connect to the internet. And yeah, let's create OK. Right now let's try whether the VLAN 10 PC can reach the okay, it's still no, because we have to create a static route. Let's go to network and static route, and gateway IP will be 192.168.137.2. Interface will be port 1. Okay, now we have created our static route. Now let's see this is possible. Yeah, it is possible. Now this PC can reach to the internet, but still this PC won't be able to because we haven't configured our firewall policy for that. And let's go to firewall policies. Okay, we have to create a new one. VLAN 20 to internet. Incoming will be 20, outgoing will be port 1, source will be all, destination will be all, services will be all, and enable NAT and hit OK. And now we have created these firewall rules, right? Now this PC should able to ping Google. Yes. And so we have come to the end of this video in this video series. So now we configured FortiGate, of course, switch and access switches to enable inter-VLAN routing, and also PCs or devices on an VLAN to connect to connect to the internet as well. And yeah, so I hope this video helps you and you gain some knowledge, and I request you to subscribe to my channel if you learn something new, and please go to my playlist on FortiGate Firewall series. So from setting up the lab and configuring the FortiGate for the first time and to this video, I have created the videos. So this will be there will be another videos coming, and please subscribe and get notified when a video uploads. Okay, so thank you guys, so have a good day. Bye.